This is for anyone out there who's carrying this quiet struggle. You're trying so hard to do the right thing, right? To move on, but your heart just feels stuck. So let's talk about that. What if that feeling isn't a failure? What if it's actually a divine message?
So you did it. You actually went and deleted the chats, the photos too, everything. And you told yourself, look, if it was meant to be, if it was really written, it would have worked out. It was the logical thing to do, right? You were creating distance, thinking, okay, this chapter is closed, for good.
And you really tried to move on. I mean, it's been months, maybe even years for some of you. You did everything to convince yourself you were over it. You told yourself, I've let go. I'm ready for what's next.
But they're still there, aren't they? It's not like an obsession. It's not some fantasy you're living in. It's quieter than that. It's a name that you still find yourself whispering in dua. It's this softness in your chest that just never really went away.
And that leaves you wondering, right? Is this just me being weak? Am I just romanticizing things? Or could there be something deeper going on here? I mean, what if this feeling that just won't go away is a sign you're not supposed to ignore? A sign you just haven't understood yet?
Well, this brings us to a really powerful idea. What if you're not actually stuck? What if what you're in is something we can call a sacred pause? Think about that. A time where the story isn't over, it's just being prepared.
So what does that even mean? A sacred pause? It's a period where Allah kind of holds a story in suspension. He's not erasing the connection, not at all. He's just holding it, giving both people the space and time to grow, to become ready for what He's actually written for them.
And this is where it gets really interesting because it reframes everything. You see, your mind, your logic, it might be calling this rejection, or a delay, or even weakness. But what if Allah's plan is something else entirely? What if it's actually protection, preparation, or a chance for some serious spiritual growth?
And this just hits the nail on the head, right? Not every delay is rejection. Not every silence is a no. Just because things have gone quiet doesn't mean the answer is a final no. Sometimes that's silence. That's just the space you're being given to grow.
Okay, so how do you even know if this is what's happening to you? Well, we're going to walk through 5 potential signs that you might be in one of these sacred pauses. Let's dive into the first one. All right, sign number 1, a missing piece. You know that feeling? You've really actively tried to let go and move on, but instead of that peace and closure you were hoping for, you're just left with this emptiness, this void.
I mean, you did all the right things. You deleted the photos. You muted their names so you wouldn't see it pop up. Maybe you've even tried talking to someone new. You probably begged Allah, please just let me let go. But deep, deep down, it never felt done, did it? There was silence, sure, but there wasn't any peace.
So here's the thing. What if what you called moving on, Allah was actually calling pause? See, when a connection is tied to your growth, it doesn't just disappear because a few months went by. It leaves when the lesson, the reason it was there, is finally complete.
Okay, let's look at the next 2 signs because they're really connected. This is all about how your soul speaks, especially in those quiet moments when you're closest to Allah.
Picture this. You're in the middle of your dua. Maybe you're praying about your job or your family, and out of nowhere, their name just appears. It's not loud, it's not needy, it's just there, sitting quietly between your tongue and your heart. You didn't plan it. You weren't trying to pick at an old wound. It just showed up.
And this is where we have to be really clear about the difference. Lust, that burns hot and fast, and it dies out just as quickly. But this longing is different. It's patient. It doesn't live in the body, it lives in your dua. It's not screaming, I want it now. Instead, it kind of gently pushes you to focus on your own growth, on becoming the person who could even handle that connection if it came back.
All right, let's get to our last 2 signs. And this is where it all starts to come together, where we see how that inner feeling is often mirrored by things on the outside, and how this whole period of waiting actually becomes the path to your healing.
So you've made up your mind. You're like, okay, that's it. I'm done. For real this time. And then, bam, you're listening to a khutbah, and it's all about patience and love. Or you're just scrolling, and you see a random video that has their name in the title. Or you have a dream about the very face you were trying so hard to forget. It's like these little soft echoes that just refuse to let you walk away completely.
And this right here, this shows the transformation. Think about it. Back then, you used to pray, just begging Allah to bring them back. But now you find yourself waking up for tahajjud, Not for them, but for your own peace. The waiting has completely shifted your focus. It's not about the person anymore, it's about your connection with Allah. That heartbreak somehow became a secret door to a much stronger faith.
So you see, we come right back to this central idea. This isn't about you being weak or stuck. It's about preparation. It's possible Allah has paused the story simply because the characters, that's you and them, just aren't ready for the next chapter yet.
So what do you do with all this information? The goal here isn't to try and force an outcome. It's not about making something happen. The real goal is to reach a state of peaceful surrender, to just trust the one who writes every single story.
And if you're in that uncertain place right now, maybe this simple prayer can bring you a little comfort. Just whisper it from your heart. Ya Allah, if this person is written for me, please protect that path and prepare us both. But if not, protect me from what I want and return me to what I need with peace.
And I just want to leave you with this one last thought. This whole thing, it's not about chasing a specific person or specific outcome. It's about trusting that your journey is unfolding exactly the way it's supposed to. The goal isn't to figure out the ending. The goal is to be open to the question, what if? What if Allah simply hasn't written the end of the story yet?